Hey guys, long time no see. I know it feels so good but so weird to be back. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name's Taylor and today I'm going to be doing a March wrap up and an April TBR video because we're already into April and I'm just now getting back into the YouTube space. So let's go ahead and get started. So I read 5 books in the month of March, which is on the lower side for me, but some of these books are a bit heftier, so I'm not that mad about it. Also, I've been super busy with wedding planning, so I really can't complain. The first book I read in the month of March was Quicksilver by Callie Hart, and I rated this 4 stars. It was a very interesting book. I don't know, I went into it with very high hopes because of how hyped it is. Don't get me wrong, it was a really good book. It was really entertaining. It kept me zoned in. However, I don't think it lived up to the hype that I had created in my head. Just based off of everything that I had heard about it, I had this book so hyped up, and that's my bad, but it was a really good book and I do recommend it. The next book I read in the month of March was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, and I rated this book a 3.5 stars. It was a really cute and fun book to read, and honestly just kind of a nice palate cleanser, but it wasn't anything like revolutionary. I don't know. It was a good book. I definitely recommend it as a palate cleanser, or if you're really just into the romance genre and that's your main thing, then this could definitely be for you. But romance has kind of taken a back burner to fantasy for me, so this one was just okay for me. I did enjoy it though. So then I picked up Zodiac Academy, and let me tell you, you guys are so right, but so crazy. I will explain that in a second. Sorry if you hear my fiance playing video games in the background. So, of course, I started off with Zodiac Academy, The Awakening by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. These books have had me in such a chokehold. I have not been able to put them down. I don't want to put them down. I am so invested in this story and these characters. I need to know what happens, and you guys were so right when you recommended these books to me. I rated this one I think I rated this one a 4 star. Of course, it's just a start of a series, so I feel like that's a fair rating. I did really enjoy it though, and if I didn't know that there were books continuing in the series, this probably would have been higher rated, but I know that the series is just going to continue to grow for me, so I had to keep it at a 4 star just to be fair. Then of course I picked up book number 2, which is Zodiac Academy Ruthless Fae, and I rated this one a 4.25 stars. These books, they have me in such a chokehold. I'm not kidding. If you haven't read this series, you need to. Of course, I've only read 3 so far, but I genuinely am so upset with myself for putting it off for so long, because these characters are currently everything to me. I'm obsessed. And then the last book I read in March was Zodiac Academy The Reckoning, which is book 3, and I also rated this one 4.25 stars. Again, these ratings probably would have been higher if I didn't think that the series was going to continue to get better, but I am 100% confident that it's going to continue to get better, so I had to keep the rating a little bit lower. On to my April TBR. I'm super excited for this reading month, but I am kind of keeping it a little bit shorter too, because like I said, I am in the midst of wedding planning. My wedding is in May, so I am trying to be realistic here. The first book I have is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I am currently reading this, and so I know I'm gonna get to it, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm super happy to be back in the Rose Hill series. I'm loving this series, obviously. I love pretty much anything Elsie Silver puts out there. The one book I'm not like crazy about that I've read from her so far is Wild Love, and I know everybody else loves that book. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I just read it at the wrong time or what, but so far I am really enjoying this one, so it's always a plus. The next book on my April TBR is Picking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Kinkati. So sorry if I mispronounced your name. This was also on my March TBR, but I didn't get to it, so I'm really hoping I get to it this month. It just seems like a spring read to me. I don't know what it is, but it just screams spring. So if I don't get to it this month, I fear I'm probably not going to get to it again this year, so I'm holding myself accountable to getting to this book. The next book I don't actually have on my physical TBR, but I'll pop it up here, and I'm sure you all have already like heard about it, seen it, all that good stuff. But it's Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I love Abby Jimenez, probably one of my top authors. I'm obsessed with every single thing she writes. The issue right now is that I don't like hardcover books. Oh, I don't like them. And that's what this book is right now, so I'm still debating if I want to pick it up or not. I think I'm going to, but I want to get the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I don't have a Barnes & Noble near me, so it's gonna have to wait a second. I will probably buy this on my Kindle though to read it this month, so I am very excited to start this one. It also makes me want to sing the title every single time I see it. If you know, you know. Continuing on, the final two books in my April TBR are Dark Fae by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, and Savage Fae. Both of these books are part of the Ruthless Boys series, and everybody says to, not everybody, but a lot of people recommend this reading order, so stopping after the third Zodiac Academy book and then going into the Ruthless Boys series, and then after that continuing back into the Zodiac Academy series. And I have to say, you guys are absolutely crazy. Like, seriously, what were you guys thinking? Do you know how hard it is going to be for me not to just go back into the Zodiac Academy series? I didn't even want to pick up Wild Side. I wanted to go straight in to, is it Shadow Princess? I wanted to go straight into Shadow Princess so I want to know what happens so bad, but I'm listening to everybody and what everybody recommends, so we're doing it this way. Hopefully I can fly through this series so I can get to Shadow Princess, because I need to know what happens. Alright, but that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!